Next up, we have UCLA with Murmur, Generative Drawing with Speech.
Hello, my name is Adam Ferris. I'm from the UCLA Design Media Arts Department. I'm an artist and software maker, and I mostly focus on making videos, real-time generative visuals, and much of my recent work has focused around image processing, machine learning, and so on. And I often take crowdsourced information from users to my work on the web, so I can generate new content that way. So to get started, I wanted to share with you a short video clip, an influence of mine, film Playtime by Jacques Tati.
Je demande le 440. 2. Je répète. 2. Non, pas 1, 2. Oui.
Seems like this isn't working. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so I really love this last quote in the end. All things electric, to know how it works, you have to know the inner being of it. And then the way that the guard's voice is sort of echoed in the beeps in the machines, and this vision of communicating with a machine before there were machines that could talk, how he communicates with this like beeping tower, and also how he communicates with the other human on the other end of it. Last fall, the University of Toronto released this demo where you could send an image to their server and it would return a string of text to caption your image. So instead of getting back some text that was like a dirty floor and wires, I got this message about a photoshopped picture of a bathroom with the floor missing and a guy falling through the sky. And again, I tried another one, Margaret Thatcher, a man biting into a donut with a sly look. So even though the result is wrong, there's still a lot of delight here, and we can still gain meaningful interaction from things that are not necessarily working as intended. So, so let's see. I wanted to make, I did make an art project that collects ambient speech, so whatever is being said near it, and then finds an image and sort of draws it out. So this project is mainly about finding or converting speech into images. How can we draw what we say? And where can we get those images? So language is complex. Hello in a search is Hello Kitty. Anyone who does language programming can tell you how difficult it can be. And I wanted to use the sort of like vast resources that we already have at our disposal for generating these images. So I think in this like sort of act of converting our speech into image searches, we end up dredging up these sort of unexpected and delightful things. And I think there's really something magical about a machine understanding us when you see it like directly copying down your text. There's real delight there. So to put this together, I used the Microsoft's Speech API, Opencv, an open source computer vision library. Openframeworks is a creative coding platform for artists, and GLSL, a stack of shaders or graphics programs. So to begin, someone says something, Barack Obama, and then an image search is performed, and an image is grabbed at random. So of all the images of Obama, we get this one. And then it goes through some filters. We find all the edges. And then we find how to draw the image. All the contours of the image are generated. And then we get a final rendering. So it's drawn out in this sort of pencil fashion. And I wanted to draw in a sort of hand-done way to mitigate some of the sort of digital technology, to kind of even railing against what the guard in that Tati video is saying. So to do something slightly more human, to make it feel drawn. And I want to put this in transit stations, elevator lobbies, or elevators themselves, wherever people are waiting. So this is something ambiently listening. So you could use like a shotgun mic or something to detect people from afar and just pick up like sort of their murmurs or whatever is being said in a space. What is the conversational tenor of a place? And how can architecture be activated through speech? And also thinking about what remains after we leave a space. So say you and I are in this place talking, we would generate some images that fly up on the wall, and as we leave behind these images. And the next people that come along can then see this echo of what has come before them. So there's a sort of residue of conversation that is left behind by this project. And going further, yet to be implemented, I want to eventually figure out how to do this with some kind of sentiment analysis. So are the people talking happy? Are they sad? How can we affect the visual result based on their emotional state or how quickly they're talking or the kind of vocabulary they're using? Are they talking about a purple thing or are they hungry? Can we serve them some kind of useful content or image, like maybe subliminally almost? So I want to try and show this live. It's a little buggy, but bear with me. So I've been recording my speech throughout this talk. And then with any luck, whoops. We'll get something, hopefully. Maybe not. Okay, so live demos are always risky. Okay, hello. Okay, so yeah, whatever I'm saying, we should be able to perform searches on it. And searching for things that, like conversation does not necessarily equate good images. But I think there's like some really fun in this misunderstanding, or even not misunderstanding, but yeah, like yeah. What like random images are attached to our words? Yes. So this is it.
Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, so it's I mean, first of all, props for trying a live demo in a situation like this. And the fact that you built this is also huge at Microsoft and anywhere that there's this kind of thing going on. It's one thing to think it, it's another thing to build it. Oh shit, I'm really scared now. Or we could have fun with this. Jeez. So yeah, I mean, this is the beauty of what you've done, is that there is fun in and creativity in the accident of the machine misunderstanding. Right. And there's an important artistic observation that you've made, and you've made it very well. So congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll hand it over gingerly.
Oh, sure.
So I thought that this is a really beautiful and poetic project. The idea of linking all these different pieces of technology together to create something that's more than those pieces, I thought was really beautifully done. And the kind of the inspiration from Tati, I think, was really great. I mean, one of the great design films of all time, for sure. One thing I wonder is, if in the future, like how you'll begin to evolve the drawing language of this, because one intriguing thing you mentioned is the idea of sentiment analysis, right? And that, to me, suggests that if you have a different sentiment with different emotional tenors, then the drawing style should change.
Exactly.
Over time.
So like someone fraught could be a wigglier line or something. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think the current style, has its own charm in that it's vaguely sinister and kind of like the faces all get sort of like washed out and kind of terrifying looking. But this is great. It made me think that it would be also great to see this as like an almost eavesdropping project, right? It's interesting to see like the product of a conversation you can't even hear. You know what I mean? Happening in real time. But in any event, congratulations.
Thank you.
First, you should submit this to the Ars Electronica in Linz, and then you can get it deployed. But it's actually, what's fun about this is it's serious play. It provokes other things like privacy. Can you create enough delight that people are happy to have their conversations captured in microphone, and then how do you have the trustification that lets me know that it's passing through and not buffered, and those are all part of the design thing that where it hinges on success, or where would it be appropriate, where not. But I like things like this that are provocative because they force one to think about technology in very, very different ways. It's not sinister, even though the images are. And I think that notion of provoking thought is maybe the fundamental thing, but also to realize there's other possibilities and we don't have to accept things the way they are. And I think that's the essence of art. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Echo all of that. Really provocative and beautifully done and suggestive. It seems like a landscape. It just seems like it's sort of begging for ideas, questions, future iterations, and I hope all of those things happen as a result. Congratulations.
I think it should be a screensaver on Surface Hub and ship with all units.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Adam.